is, and welcome back to the Chris and Tim podcast, episode number 27. We're getting up there, man. We're getting up there. We got Chris here today. How you doing today, Chris?
Well, how's it going?
Not too bad. We got Roger Smith in the chat. What's up, Roger? What's up, Maddie? What's up, DRG? He says he's finally made it for the stream. What is up? And we're doing StreamYards for the first time for the Chris and Tim podcast, so hopefully everything goes relatively smooth, and we'll see that. I already noticed on my talk with Corey that the wrong microphone was attached to the StreamYard, so sorry for the bad audio quality again with Corey. I can't seem to get it right when I talk to Corey, but it is what it is. We're all good. What up, Asan? All right, we are ready to roll. First up, a little housekeeping. Spoiled has one more spot in the fantasy, and I have decided that I'm going to join it as well. So if you want to play against me and Chris in fantasy football, we got one spot left, and we should have some fun. I think Spoiled said the draft is August 4th, a little early for the draft, but whatever. We could have some fun. It is what it is. Y'all need to do this nightly and weekend too. Lol, I'm glad you enjoy the show, Roger. I'm glad a lot of people have good times while watching. I know Corey said that he was going to be listening to it on his way home from training camp, so that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, you had a good week there, Chris?
It's all right, yeah.
All right. I saw you were over on the Protect Network situation.
Yes, sir.
Fun over there?
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. What's up?
I had to hop on there and speak on.
A lot of fun. Awesome. Thank you for enjoying the show there, Hassan. All right, here we go. Let's hop into some topics. Before we get into Washington football team stuff, little stuff around the league. One big thing that came out recently is Chandler Jones apparently wants out of Arizona. He's apparently unhappy with his contract. He's in the last year of his contract. He's going to be a little over a $20 million cap hit. He is 31 years old. What should Arizona do? Should they look to offload him, or should they look to potentially extend him?
Trade him. Injury prone anyway. What do I want? I want a running back. I want me a running back for him. Because they don't have, that's the one thing that they're missing. Their defense is going to be trash anyway. Give me a running back. I say trade him somewhere. I don't know too many teams that actually got a running back that they want to give up, but I don't know. Because I wish I would have knew that beforehand. But I'd trade him for some draft capital and a running back.
Draft capital and running back. You know who might be interested and has a backup running back that's pretty decent? Could be actually the Cowboys. Tony Pollard, maybe a couple of draft picks. What do you think? I mean, a lot of people love Tony Pollard.
If they do that, then Micah Parsons, they might. But it wouldn't scare me at all because he's injury prone, so it wouldn't bother me none.
Yeah, for the Skins, he's definitely injured. But if he hits and all of a sudden they have Jones and Lawrence, that's a pretty scary duo.
Not scary to me at all. He's overpaid.
Lawrence?
Way overpaid.
I mean, that's fine, but if you can get some pressure off of him with the other side being a Chandler Jones, I mean, that's going to help him out. And he is a good pass rusher. I agree that he's probably overpaid. He shouldn't be one of the top paid guys, but he's good pass rusher. And if you combine him with a healthy Chandler Jones, that is a serious duo. Like, I think we probably edged them out with Chase Young and Montez Sweat. I would definitely say we edged them out if our guys were a little bit older, but they do have the experience on their side. But as far as just pure talent, I think we do. But with the experience and stuff, like they're getting really close to comparing to our duo, to be honest.
I think if the Browns were willing to let go of Kareem Hunt, which they said they clearly wasn't, I would do that trade.
Didn't they get did they go for Jadeveon Clowney or something?
Mm-hmm.
So they already kind of went on for a older D-end.
Tackle too.
What's that?
So Chandler Jones plays D tackle too.
I thought he plays mainly defensive end because he's not that. He doesn't have that much weight, does he? He's more of a long guy.
Patriots too. He can play in the middle.
He can play in the middle. I don't know.
So if I'm the Browns, if I do that, it's over.
Don't they already have a good defensive line though throughout? Like they have Garrett.
Got two ends and that's it. They ain't really got no interior players.
Okay. don't remember now off the top of my head. It's interesting. Chandler Jones leaving Arizona. Trade him to a team for a second, third-round pick, and a tight end because they need one. Yeah, who is their starting tight end right now over in Arizona? I don't even know.
They don't need a tight end. They need a running back.
They have James Conner at running back and
Who?
Arizona.
Ooh, that's terrible. They need to get him.
True. I didn't write this down, but this is actually interesting too. Of Zach Wilson apparently has not been paid his rookie contract yet. Do you think this is of any concern of the Jets, or you think this is going to be something that gets figured out in short order?
They got a ton of cap space. There's nothing to worry about. Well, I don't even know what the hold of it.
Yeah, I don't know what he's asking for. I know that Trey Lance just got $34 million in 4 years. So
He should have down there.
yeah, well, he was a second overall pick, so he's probably looking for a little bit more. Maybe he can get up to that 40, get a 10 a year. That would be probably the highest paid rookie quarterback ever. I don't know what Trevor Lawrence ended up getting, but very interesting. Xavier Howard is another guy. Didn't he request a trade?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Yuki said Xavier Howard. Where do you think Xavier Howard should go? Do you think Miami should just appease him? I don't know what the situation. I guess it's probably money as well.
They should pay him whatever he wants. But now that he requested a trade, I was like, where could he go to pair up with somebody? That's like the Saints ain't got the money, nor the draft capital. The Seahawks ain't got the money, nor the draft capital. So I'm like, if he can go to the Colts.
Well, they just drafted a corner, Greg Newsome, right?
No, that was the Browns.
They drafted a corner as well.
It doesn't matter. It's Xavier.
No, they didn't. Did they? No, they drafted like Quiddy Pay or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they drafted two ends, and they already got a
Tennessee got Caleb Farley, and the Browns got Greg Newsome.
Well, you know what? Right. That's who need them. The Titans. Bad.
But actually, you know what I was just thinking? What if the two collide? Chandler Jones makes his way over to Miami. Xavier Howard, who they need corners over there in Arizona, do they not?
They do, but they don't got the money neither.
Well, if you're trading away a $20 million cap hit in Chandler Jones, that helps them out to potentially send the money his way.
But do the Dolphins want that money from Chandler Jones, who barely stays healthy? Do they want to do that? Invest that money into him?
Yeah, because he's going to want a new contract wherever he goes as well.
Plus, they already got Greg. I think they drafted Gregory Rosu or whatever his name is in the first round. So they don't need. They drafted another edge too, so they don't really need them. But I think the Colts make the most sense because they got a ton of cap, and they already drafted the young stud over there, or the Jaguars. I pair him up with another young stud and C.J. Henderson at corner. So, and they got the cap. So if I'm the Jaguar, if I'm the Colts, it's over. If I get Xavier Howard, it's over.
That is fun.
It's over.
Interesting.
Unless the Cowboys ain't got no money, so I'm happy about that. They don't have to go Amari Cooper. They have to let go one of those guys to do it.
But Miami doesn't need receivers. They just drafted Jalen Waddle. They went and picked up Will Fuller. They already Devontae Parker. What's that?
So the Cowboys will have to trade for him. You know what? Well, the 49ers should too, because they ain't got nobody.
The 49ers, they have Jason Verrett, but comparing him, he actually rated pretty well on Pro Football Focus. But if he's the second corner behind Xavier Howard, I think that's actually a pretty good deal. They ain't got
the draft capital. I forgot they traded it.
True, they did. They had to move up.
I think the Saints, but the Saints ain't got the money.
Fair enough.
Maybe the Chiefs need them, but they ain't got the money either.
How much stick around to list a little bit on my phone? Okay, sweet. Sorry, I was just reading through.
The Browns, I might.
Protex swung by. What's up, Hawk? Couple of comments. Tim, did you mind turning your mic up a little bit? It seems pretty quiet. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Thanks for letting me know.
I think the Browns might be a good spot for him. I trade Greedy. Give you a younger corner.
How's that? Is that better, Chris?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that works out well.
I think the Browns should do it. I trade you Odell. I'll trade you Odell for Xavier Howard straight up.
Odell for Xavier and Howard. I mean that's a no-brainer for the Browns. Like the Browns should do that in a heartbeat, because they already have Jarvis Landry. They drafted. Didn't they draft a receiver as well?
Anthony Schwartz, I think.
Anthony Schwartz, and then they have Peoples Jones.
Yes.
I think
Jarvis
they should do that in a heartbeat. Then you add another corner to pair with Greg Newsome.
and Denzel Ward. With John Johnson, with Grant Delpit, with Jeremiah Wilson in the middle, with Jadavion and Myles Garrett come off the edge. That'd be nasty.
That would be nasty. That would be nasty.
But him to the Titans might be with him and Farley. They gonna need something.
I do love me some Farley. Interesting. All right, well, we will definitely keep tabs on that. Another thing is that's moving around the league. Randall Cobb, the aging running back / receiver, finds his way back on Green Bay. How much of a factor do you think he ends up being over there for the Packers? Do you think he's going to be a viable option at either side?
Yep.
Oh. You have a prediction of what he's going to end up with?
Probably going to have like an 800-yard season.
Whoa.
He's going to shred that middle. And I know he's going to have about 850, about 8 touchdowns.
Jeez. Total rushing, and receiving, or all receiving?
All receiving.
Holy snipes. Oh, my goodness gracious. Who is this?
Yes.
All right, I blocked him.
You blocked him?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Good night. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know who that was, but we got rid of them in quick order. All right. Yeah. I don't know how much of a factor Randall Cobb's going to be to honest. He's a cool guy, like a kind of a switchblade weapon. Oh my god, I blocked. Oh my gosh, another one? Well, this could get awkward if we're getting spammed. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get... Oh my goodness gracious. So somebody's messing with us. This is not good. Sorry, everybody. I don't know.
So, hello. I guess I'm on stream by myself.
Yeah, you were for a second.
Oh, okay.
It told me to refresh it. I don't know why. Is it being blocked? It's not letting me block him anymore. Do you still see it?
No, I don't see him no more.
Okay. For some reason, I'm still seeing him. I don't know why.
How is these people keep coming?
Well, they're changing their name.
Not that fast.
I don't know. And cause yeah, every time I block one, another one comes. What if I just don't ignore them and this sucks? I don't know what to do. If I just ignore it, will another one not come?
I don't know.
Everybody just put comments in there just to drown them out. Maybe.
Well, I think if the chat can block them, maybe they might not be able to get in the stream.
Well, I've blocked now 6 of them, so I don't know what that means, but. Oh nope! I tried to ignore them. All right. Well, I don't know what to do about this, to be honest, because. They're coming as fast as I'm deleting them. Yeah, mod up. That's true. I should, can I make people... Whoa. Don't want to do that. Can I can't make people mod on here. I'll have to do it on my phone. Alright. Or on my computer. Sorry about the delay, guys. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before, but they're definitely screwing with me, unfortunately.
Just ignore it. We still read the comments. We'll get to them.
Yeah. So, sorry about this, guys. All right. Anyway. I can't... I'll have to make mod on a stream another time, but I can't do it on... I don't know how to do it on StreamYard right now, so I apologize. All right. Moving on, unfortunately. Okay. So, TJ Ward coming under fire for tweets about Ron Rivera. You see all these?
Of course.
All right, for those of you who haven't seen it, so Ron Rivera in his press conference definitely showed a lot of frustration towards his player. Not a lot. It really wasn't that much, but you could tell that he was, and he was holding face for a long time, but basically saying that people, that they're grown men, they're gonna have to make decisions for themselves. I'm not forcing anybody to do these things, all these kind of things. And then he says, a reporter asked, like, is it frustrating? And he goes, yeah, it's very frustrating. And he kind of explains the situations, how he's autoimmune and all that kind of stuff. So, in that case, I'm getting distracted now all of a sudden. Sorry. All right. So TJ Ward then responds to this and says, basically, cancer, if I'm being charitable to him, a lot of cancers are due to personal choice. Is basically what he said. And then you shouldn't be able to, guilt people that have made good decisions with your bad decisions. And a lot of people came under fire with a lot of people came after him, basically saying that, I can't believe you think that cancer is a choice. And cancer is obviously not a choice. Nobody chooses cancer. And if I do want to be a little bit charitable, I will grant him that, yes, sometimes personal choices do increase your odds to get cancer, but you didn't necessarily choose cancer. It's kind of an unfair way of doing it. And then also, more specifically, did Ron choose this? I don't think anybody believes that Ron chose to do these things. All right, I guess, oh my goodness gracious, they just won't stop.
I mean, the check can put him.
I need to. Shoot. What if I go live on here? And then I'm going to start giving people some mod privileges. Can I do that now? I know he's a mod.
I mean, TJ Ward.
Go ahead. You do that one of this.
For those of you that don't know TJ Ward he was a beast with the Browns. He was a dog for a couple seasons with the Broncos. He was a mad monster. But then after that, obviously, he was just bad. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I don't know why he's talking, but I can get Ron Rivera's frustration. But in the sense of just bruh, if they don't want it, they don't want it. Mm-hmm. You can't force them to take it. They don't want it, they don't want it. Mm-hmm. Who cares? Move on. And like I told you earlier, if he's that worried, sit in a boxing coach. Stay up in the box on Sundays and coach from up there. It's that simple. It is not rocket science. And just have Jack Del Rio down there as your primary, if y'all need to talk to somebody, talk to Jack. Because he's been a head coach before. So have Jack Del Rio down there with the camera on him. Sometimes they show the offensive coordinators put in the box. Maybe they show Ron up there or whatever. But if he's that bothered, then tell players wear masks on the sideline or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The non-vaccinated, they just gotta wear masks. Or do a little customization that can fit on a face mask or something like that. It's fairly simple.
Yeah, and I completely understand this argument. And honestly, that's not so much what irritated me. I do understand the people that did get irritated with it, but the actual comments of what his take wasn't necessarily something that infuriated me. What I didn't like is that when people came after him, he's then basically saying, you don't know who I am. I have been affected by cancer, so don't talk about something you don't know anything about. And I'm like, okay, hello, pot calling the kettle black. You're saying you're the same thing. You are speaking on stuff you know nothing about. You don't know Ron Rivera's many press conferences before that talking about it's the players' decisions. They can make whatever decisions they want. They don't want to force anybody to do these things. You don't know Ron Rivera's situation of how he got his cancer, or was it a personal choice that he made? You don't know anything of those, and then you spoke on something that you knew nothing about. But then when you start getting heat for making comments that a lot of people disagree with, you're just going to be like, oh, well, you can't talk about stuff that you don't know nothing about? That was my irritation about his defensive things. It's no, you spoke on something you knew nothing about. You needed to stop talking and go research into who you're talking about, Ron Rivera, that is, who's not somebody that wants to shove these things down their throat. He talks about how he just wants to educate people on the positives of vaccines and why they should do these things. And I think Ron Rivera has been awesome about these things, playing quote-unquote both sides, saying that vaccines are very important, you should take them very seriously, you should get them. But then at the same time, realizing I am not their father, I do not have control over these individuals, and if they choose not to get it, then it's something that we're going to have to work around. I mean, he's a man about it. He's just asked 20 times the same question in different ways, which is also frustrating.
And that's why I would say, if there's any questions about vaccinations, I'm not answering. Next one.
Yeah, on to the next one, yeah. On to the next one. All right, we're starting to clear these things up. Thank you guys. The moderators are doing a much better job. You guys weren't doing a bad job. You just weren't moderators. So I appreciate the ones that are helping me out in this kind of thing. All right, sweet. All right, that was my thoughts on TJ Ward, and that was really the part that I came irritated with. And now we can go ahead and hop into some Washington football team topics. You ready for some fun?
Finally, yes, sir.
All right. Jonathan Allen gets his big payday. 4 years, $72 million extension, $18 million a year. Chris, I need your thoughts.
Overpaid.
Fake news.
Overpaid. Overpaid.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to say this again. I don't hate Jonathan Allen. For all of you people who think I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's great that they signed him. I don't know where they're getting this money from, to be real with you. I don't know how much we had left over and be able to. What? He got 18 and what's his name? Logan got 8.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, 26. Where did we get that from? What was that? Unless they was willing to go in the negative and then have the money carry over.
No. They're not getting that money this year. They're playing the last year of their these are extensions. So like this contract doesn't hit until next season.
Okay.
So the money's coming from next year's cap. That's what it is.
So next year there's an $18 million cap hit.
It's probably going to be progressively my guess it's going to start around $14 million next year and then progressively go up, and then like the last year maybe something like $20 million or $22 million.
So $22 million is already all shaved off of 60. That's what you're telling me.
So $14 million for the Jonathan Allen, and yeah, somewhere probably in like 5 or 6. So right around 19 or 20 million will be shaved off from what it is.
So you might as well go ahead and extend Deron Payne then, if that's the case.
Well,
we're not doing. We don't need to sign no more free agents. We just need to pay our own people with the $47 million. That's the smartest thing to do. That way, all the other cap, we don't even have to spend on that other cap. Yeah, then just take a small portion out for the draft picks. We know we're going to have to draft the quarterback next year. We know he's going to get a big deal. Take that portion out and then leave the rest to pay Deron and them. That's the way I feel about that. But
I agree with the idea of wanting to pay our guys and like kind of limit our free agents and then just go through the draft. I think that's probably going to be mostly the direction they do. I don't know if next year we sign a big name free agent and instead just pay Terry, pay Deron, and kind of move forward. But you know what is nice though is that we still technically will have $40 million next year, and Terry and Deron's money will not come out of that $40 million. That's not going to hit until 2022 or 2023 rather, because next year's 2022. So that's going to be good. So that money will be coming out of those situations.
I still want to spend it. I'll let that carry over the next year.
Right. But if we get a nice rookie quarterback in the first round like we want, and then we make some, kind of big moves to try to win a Super Bowl next year, I don't know if I'll be mad about that either. And not like long-term deals, but signing some, maybe some aging vets to one-year deals that can help bring some veteran leadership. It could be very interesting.
I'm good with what we got. Roll with it.
Okay, so now I got to ask you. So, what is your problem exactly with the Jonathan Allen contract? Why do you think he's overpaid?
For what he does for us, I don't know why you paying that $18 million. Like, but it is what it is.
So if you said if you were another GM, if you were another GM,
my starter, and I just throw him at end. I mean, it's fairly simple. I'm not saying he's bad, but my point is here he's not as valuable as the other two. That's always been my point. And
he's not as valuable as the.
So let's say Tim Settle, right? Mm-hmm. We all know Tim Settle. He's good. I'm not comparing him to John, but if he was the highest paid defensive tackle, we had a problem with that because he doesn't do as much as the other three do. That's my problem with him. I'm not paying Tim Settle $22 million, but that's my problem with John. But
my thing is, okay, I understand that whole thing. I understand that you're saying that you wouldn't pay him that much because he's our third best tackle. But my thing is that you're also taking it a step further and saying that you wouldn't pay him because you don't think he does enough.
From what I see, $18 million. Now, when he's in rotation, I see $18 million worth for Jonathan Allen. That's the only time I see him ball out is when he's in rotation.
So if you were another team, why would you pay him?
Because he's my starter.
But if you're saying he's a starter, he doesn't produce anything.
No, I'm gonna move him back to his other position. He's not in the middle. That's not his strong suit. The outside is his strong suit. Mm-hmm. So I'm bringing you here to play D-end.
So you would pay him to play D-end if you're another team. You don't want to pay him as a D-tackle.
I mean, if I'm a GM, no. Why?
So the main thing is that you don't want to see him on the inside anymore. You want to see him on the outside. So this year, if they play him on the outside, would that be better?
Because he's with those other guys. Now, him being on the inside by himself is totally ridiculous. You can't put him because he's too small. You can't just leave. It can't be like, let's say Daron and Matt's now on this team and John in the middle. He's going to get smoked. He needs another interior pass rusher there that's just as good as him or better for him to do what he needs to do. I'm just 18. I mean, unless Daron unless his contract is going to be less than John Allen's, okay, whatever. But okay, but I don't think Daron's going to be because like you said, you pay players for what you project to think what they're going to do. Daron Payne's projection is way higher than Jonathan Allen's. So really, he should be somewhere between 20 and 21.
And we'll see what they end up paying him next year. I think that he will get a bag. Go ahead, say that again.
Then maybe he might take a pay cut because I think Jonathan Allen got $30 million at signing. So I don't know if that cuts into with that 60 at that 72 because he already got 30 on a signing bonus.
No, yeah, the signing bonus is evenly split between your entire contract. So if it's $30 million, it's 4 years. That's what, $7.5 million. So $7.5 million is every year. Like that's the baseline, and then the remaining money is kind of like divvied up how they want it. And usually teams backload it so that later in their career, their big cap hits later.
But I mean, my thing is this now. I want $18 million worth of production. I don't want no more excuses. I'm going to be watching you like a hawk. And if I see you not playing well, I'm going to say something. I'm going to make all the Redskins fans watch that and say, this is what it is. $18 million worth of play, I better see him. He better get the majority of the snaps now. Because I don't want to see that in no rotation.
Oh, he's going to get a lot of snaps. But I think Ioannidis will get a lot of snaps. And Daron Payne, obviously. I think all three of them are going to be playing a lot. And they're going to be keeping them fresh, which is the most important thing, especially on defense, is keeping players fresh is huge.
They're going to get some money. Probably not from us, but...
Who?
Tim Settle.
Tim Settle is probably going to be the odd man out. That's a guy that we're not going to be able to keep. Unfortunately, a lot of people like him, and I like him too, but that's more than likely a team that we are not going to be able to keep.
But 18, man, I mean, you better give me that much production. I personally believe that they paid him 18 for not on the field. I think they paid him just because his leadership and character. I think that gave him extra money, personally. I really do. I think that extra leadership, that character and all that, I think they gave him extra because of that. So
true. But also, Nadi did have a stat in his video where Jonathan Allen had the most tackles in the run game the second most out of any interior lineman throughout the league last year. So that's would be indication that he's a better run stopper than Deron Payne.
I mean, I guess if you want to say that, I mean, they're all better than each other at something.
Which is important, but stopping the run is obviously huge. And if you go back and watch that Tampa game, there was actually sometimes.
Will.
What's that?
Beast this year at stopping the run, especially in the Giants game.
Jonathan Allen?
Nah, Deron.
Deron is not bad, but I don't think that Jonathan Allen's a bad pass rusher.
Oh no! Oh heck no!
You think he's bad?
There's a huge drop off in pass rushing.
No, he could get to that for the passer.
If he want to stop the run, that's fine and cool. I'm cool with that, but he got to show me something else. I have to, because I watch him. It's just like, and then when I watch him in rotation, it's like, okay, I see it. But then it's just like, last year I didn't see it. Last year
I love Jonathan Allen, and if you go back and watch that Tampa tape, you have to go back and watch the Tampa tape game.
I did watch it
because on both of Deron Payne's sacks, Jonathan was double teamed. And one in particular, he literally set up Deron Payne by giving him a pick. And then Deron Payne was left wide open. And then the other one is Deron actually initially started as a double team. But then the one guy left Deron and chased Jonathan Allen because Jonathan Allen was beating his dude. And then Deron Payne was left with a wide open lane because Jonathan Allen was getting the attention from the center. And there was other plays, especially that where Deron Payne, a lot of that great plays were, of course, him. He did his job, and it was awesome. I love Deron Payne. But Jonathan Allen was definitely helping him out in that game, 100%.
That's their job.
Which is awesome. And I love Jonathan. I think the contract is fantastic. And I wanted to pay him $18 million a year before. And also, if we waited one more year, that contract probably would have been 22, 23. I think that's another point is that some people got to realize is that because the cap went down and we paid him in a down year, that is going to save us so much money in the long run. And I would love to go ahead and do the same thing with Deron and Terry right now if we could, but I don't think we could. I don't think they would do that because there's no reason for them to. I think they already have they still have 2 years left on their deal. They're going to wait it one more year and then try to get a big payday next year.
Like I say, if both of them freaking do something crazy, which Terry will, Terry money going up one way or the other.
No, yeah, Jonathan Allen's not injury prone. He had a foot injury in year number 1. Outside of that, he's basically played every single game. Maybe missed a game throughout the year, but he's pretty much been healthy ever since.
But I just don't understand the infatuation that people have with him.
I love him. I do love him. And I don't know if you'll ever understand. But somebody that I did not love to get paid was Logan Thomas, getting $24 million over 3 years. He goes from the 28th highest paid to the 8th highest paid. Do you think Logan deserves to be a top 10 paid tight end? And is he a top 10 tight end to you in this league?
Yep.
I think you're nuts.
Logan Thomas deserves every penny that he got. Every penny. Because for the simple fact that Logan Thomas is going to put up good numbers this year. I don't care about Fitzpatrick. I don't care. He don't throw to his tight ends. He's going to be open a lot in the middle because he's going to make those linebackers. And the fact that the packages that we're going to run, you're going to have a running back in the backfield. You're going to have a tight end. That's pushed them linebackers back. And you're going to have Terry. You're going to have Curtis and Diami shredding that middle up. So the linebackers going to have to choose. You got to choose one. You got to pick where poison. So that opens up the offense for everybody in the field. Logan Thomas only got what? $8 million a year? That's nothing.
No, I think it's a lot when you have to start paying these players that we just talked about. I think $8 million a year, and I think he is easily replaced, whether it be in free agency or the draft. I can replace 600 and some yards, 675 yards. I can, and 6 touchdowns in the draft. Yes.
No, you can't.
If I got Tommy Trimble, he's basically the same, if not better.
If it was that easy, we would have had a tight end a long time ago. Why did it took us so long to find a tight end?
We had Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed was a great tight end. We had Chris Cooley before him. I mean, we've had great tight ends.
How long ago was that?
Chris Cooley went into Jordan Reed. I mean, that was the two that they had.
When could he stay healthy?
Well, he didn't stay healthy, but I'm just saying he's super talented when he was on the field.
So is Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas is not even in the same breath as Jordan Reed.
Thomas is a good tight end. He should have made the Pro Bowl last year. Pro Bowl tight end.
In a down year, because George Kittle got hurt. He's not a Pro Bowl tight end.
He should have been a Pro Bowler. You can't say it's because George Kittle got hurt. Injuries happen. He should have been a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but he's not actually that talented. Robert Tonyan's better.
No.
Yeah, Robert Tonyan's 100% better. Robert Tonyan is basically another George Kittle.
No.
Go look it up.
No.
Go look up his measurables. Robert Tonyan, he had 11 touchdowns last year.
No.
11.
His quarterback.
Doesn't matter. He's super talented.
Who is
super talented?
Quarterback. Who's the number?
I don't care.
Who's the number 2 option? Who's the number 3 option?
I can say the same thing with the options when it comes to Logan. Logan got all the freaking catches because we had nobody else to throw to because Terry was getting doubled.
We had Cam in there.
Oh, my God. Cam.
Whether you like him or not, Cam balled out last year.
Cam had a good game
88
against
88 catches.
Tampa.
So you divvy that up with him. And he was playing with all these other bad quarterbacks. He has Aaron Rodgers. That's the big difference. And he still put up 600 yards. So don't leave that out. You can't
because that's all they threw to.
What you mean?
They just kept throwing to Thomas.
Because he's open.
Because of the scheme. They schemed him open.
No, he just got open.
No, and I think he's solid. I'm not going to sit here and say he's terrible, but he's not a top 10 tight end. He's just not.
Tight end.
No shot.
Easy.
Not even close.
He's the top 10.
No, he's like maybe top 15. Maybe.
It's not no maybe. You hating on him.
I'll list 10 tight ends right now better. You got, of course, Kittle, Kelsey, Waller, Mark Andrews, Robert Tonyan, Mike Gesicki. I would take Noah Fant over him, T.J. Hockenson over him. I would even take. I'm going to try to stay with people that I know that you would agree or not know, but let's see. Dallas Goedert is better than him. I would take Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry over him. So there's 11. I would even take somebody like Cameron Brate, Gronk, over him. And then, of course, Kyle Pitts coming out now. That's 14. What?
He ain't play yet, no.
I'm still taking him over him. You're telling me right now if you traded straight up Logan Thomas or Kyle Pitts, you're not taking Kyle Pitts?
Because I'm trading for his trajectory. But I can't say he's better than him. He can come in the league and bust.
He could, theoretically.
Okay, so I'm going based on what I've seen.
Logan Thomas could fall apart next year. He's only ever had one good year.
It's four tight ends that should never have been mentioned.
No, all of those guys are better than Logan Thomas.
No.
Are more talented, yes.
Heck no. What's the other guy you mentioned? I forgot.
Who's heck no? Start over. I can't hear you.
T.J. Hockenson and Dallas Goedert got heck no's.
Yes, both of them are better than Logan Thomas.
No.
Yes.
Gronk.
And then if Zach Ertz could stay healthy, Zach Ertz is way better. But he can't stay healthy right now. What?
Old. He's old. Zach Ertz is old.
Oh, Zach Ertz is still more talented today. They're basically the same age. Logan Thomas is 30.
At the end of the day, I'm not mad at $8 million, but Logan Thomas is a young 30.
He's a young 30.
So
they're the same age.
At the end of the day, but Zach Ertz has a lot of mileage on his body. Logan Thomas doesn't.
Well, Zach Ertz definitely has more injuries. That's fine.
But I'm not mad at paying Logan Thomas $8 million. That's a great, solid tight end to be around on this team. Perfect. And he blocks in the run game. I'm good. The more weapons, the better. I'm not about to just let somebody walk out the door, trash somebody, and they're not nothing. No, I'm not doing it.
He bleaches. Zach Ertz bleached his hair. Tim, Roger says I'm wrong. Wrong about what? I need more specifics there, Roger. Tell me how I'm wrong. Because honestly, yeah, I agree. Yuki says Logan is top 10, top 15 at best. At best.
You need a tight end in this league that can dominate, and Logan can do that.
Logan is not a dominating tight end. No shot. He had one game that you could consider dominating, and that was against the Steelers.
He gets open. He puts his body out on the line. Logan Thomas is here to stay on the team. The more weapons, better. You're not going to find no other tight end out there better than him.
That's true. He is here to stay. But I could definitely find people better than him.
No
doubt. I just named 15 tight ends that are better than him.
You can't bring them here. That's my point.
I would have loved Tommy Trimble.
But we didn't do that. Or we would have missed out on Diami. We both agree there.
I don't know. We'll see.
So unless they wanted to trade a 5th rounder for a kicker, they should have traded a 5th round to move up and get Tommy.
5th rounder for not even a kicker. It was a long snapper.
Long. So, but they like Logan. I like Logan too. Him being here, that's going. Well, we going to draft a quarterback next year. But hey.
LT, like most of our skilled players, gets zero respect because we don't have a QB.
Exactly.
That is like a terrible thing where I give our guys praise when I think they deserve praise. I think Terry is a top 10 wide receiver. Nobody else is putting them there across the league. Chris obviously does. What's up?
I said top 5 to me.
He may even be top 5, but he's definitely, I think he's at least top 10. And most people don't even may not even put him in their top 20 because of the hatred he gets. I like Curtis Samuel. I didn't want to pay him as much money as we did, but I like Curtis Samuel. I'm happier with the Curtis Samuel contract than I am with this Logan Thomas contract. Logan Thomas is a top 10 tight end. No, he's not. Are you going to stream for the draft? When is the draft?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, Logan Thomas watching the stream, he's going to say, oh, he don't think I'm top 10. Watch this year.
I hope you're right. But unfortunately, Fitzpatrick doesn't throw to his tight end, so we'll see.
Well, he was throwing to Mike Gesicki, and Mike Gesicki had his best year last year. So
Mike Gesicki's way better than Logan Thomas.
We agree there. I don't have
way better.
I would love to go trade for Mike Gesicki right now if I could. Heck yeah.
Thomas had 670 yards, 6 TDs, 7 touchdowns for his first year as a starter. Don't tell me that's not impressive. It's fine. It's good. It's good stat line. I don't know if I would say impressive, but it was good. It was a good stat line. There's nothing wrong with the stat line. I don't think that earns you $24 million, $8 million a year, but it's a fine stat line.
It's hard to find a tight end that can give you that production. Not everybody has a tight end.
A lot of teams have tight ends.
No, they don't. No, not everybody has a tight end that can give you that kind of production. When you get one, you keep them because it's hard to find.
Gesicki was not. No, he wasn't. Like, I think he had some injury problems, wasn't it, Mike Gesicki? Like, he couldn't stay healthy, but he was not a bad tight end before.
No. He made good jumps each year. His rookie year was of course, but then as it progressed, he's only 25. So
yeah, he only played his 3rd season last year, and he had 703 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Exactly. So and he's progressed
on 53 catches.
He's only 25. He could go.
But see, that's another problem there. Is that he had more stats, like more yards and same amount of touchdowns as Logan, but he had way less targets and way less receptions. That's the point. That's the point. Is that
an option?
That's the point. Is that he is not going to get as much production because he's not going to get as many targets.
I disagree. You don't get a lot.
I bet he gets 40 catches this year.
Maybe
he
more.
goes from 70 to 40. That would be my guess. Titans, Jets, Steelers, Cowboys, Texans, etc. don't have a good starting tight end. Well, the Titans just traded away, but they had Jonnu Smith. Steelers had McDonald. Who do they have now? I don't remember who their guy is now, but Thomas McDonald. What up?
Eric Ebron.
Is Eric Ebron there now?
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah, 1st round pick of our dude.
They also got Pet.
Tight ends are the most QB dependent players, though. I mean, wide receivers are way more QB dependent.
Nah, tight ends are the quarterback's best friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's like receivers and tight ends are the same thing. They're QB dependent.
But the tight end is a bigger target.
Tight end's a bigger target?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree that the tight end is more likely to be the safety blanket. That's fine because he's in the middle, not doing as much.
I can't even say if John Bates and Samuel Reyes. I don't care about John Bates hitting on that because I'm not sold on him at all. But if Samuel Reyes hits and John Bates can give you Tyler Higbee type, whatever. Mm-hmm. And Ricky Seals-Jones in it. And I like Ricky Seals-Jones. A lot of people don't like. I think that she should have utilized them more. Ricky Seals-Jones can play.
Draft is tomorrow. Okay. We may do the draft tomorrow then. I don't have any plans for tomorrow. That's probably may be something we do. Maybe we'll play Call of Duty while looking at the draft.
Ricky Seals-Jones can play.
We'll see about Ricky. I actually, on my talk with On the Warpath yesterday, I did not pick him to make the team. I think it's going to be Logan, Thomas, and Sammis Reyes. But we'll see.
I think go to the practice squad.
Sammis Reyes?
They're probably going to just develop him. But I don't know. I say throw him out there.
I don't think he's going to – I don't think he's going to the practice squad. I don't think they want to let him go.
Put a touchdown today on like 3 people or something like that.
Sammis Reyes did?
Yeah.
Dude's a beast. He's huge. Huge. But the only good thing about the contract to me for Logan Thomas is only $10 million is guaranteed. That's the only thing I like about it. And so that means we can cut bait with him later down the road if we need that money to start paying other players and also adding more important free agents, in my opinion. I liked him at $3.5 million. I think he's a fantastic deal at $3.5. But no. Tim, you said Logan Thomas and Sammis Reyes? Did I say Logan Thomas and Sammis Reyes? That's funny. I meant Logan Bates and Sammis Reyes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Zach is holding out. Yep, we talked about that early.
Holding out.
We will run 12 personnel formations this year. Thomas getting around 70 again for about 750. I don't think so. I think he's going to get less than 50. I think he's going to end up with less than 50 catches. That's my prediction.
Well over.
Say that again?
You're going to have 100 catches well over.
You know who is going to have over 100 catches?
No.
Scary Terry.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Logan.
Oh,
no.
no.
If I'm talking, it sucks. We may have to go back to Discord next time, but because right now when I'm talking, like we can't hear you at all. Like it sucks. So that I need to like give you the floor more. So that's my fault. I need to do a better job about that. All right. Ron's press conference from 1 and 2. We already talked about the stupid COVID nonsense. We're not going down that road again. We're not doing it. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things that he talked about. And one big thing is that he talked about, again, that there's apparently supposed to be a QB competition, a legitimate one, between Fitz, Taylor Heineke, and Kyle Allen. Do you think there is any chance of a real competition? Because I'm also hearing that the players are sold on Ryan Fitzpatrick being their number one guy. They want him to be the starter. Is there any chance for Heineke?
No. And if you want to be a starter, you're gonna get what you're asking for, and stick with what you asked for. And when you start losing games, stick with them.
So is Ron Rivera lying on that one?
He is. Everybody knows he is. We know you don't pay nobody $10 million to sit on the bench. You don't. Taylor's gonna be in one way or the other. So I mean, I don't care who starts at this point because Taylor's gonna get in one way or the other. That's just how it works. That's just how it's gonna happen. Now, if Terry, lighting the league up and we losing, leave him in there.
Oh God, they're back again.
Leave him in there.
The whole NFL sold on Fitzmagic.
God.
Because
I don't. As long as he makes Terry's stats look crazy, that's a successful season for me. I don't care if we go on 16.
Terry should love him because he's gonna get targets. He's gonna get the ball thrown his way consistently. And if you want somebody on fantasy, scoop up Terry McLaurin. All right, he could probably be a 4th round pick or so. Scoop him up in the 4th round because that may end up being an absolute steal because he's going to get numbers. It is what it is. Roger, I know he'll get paid, but it's only a matter of time. I'm sure he's talking about Zach Wilson. Yeah, he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. I wanted to throw this in here during the quarterback thing. Apparently Watson wants out. Apparently it's official. He's requested a trade. Should we, first of all, and I think you already know your answer, but I want your second answer of do we make the move?
No.
Do you want to make the move?
If I love to make the move, if you're not going to pay Deron, you have to give me a reason to make this move. If they already decided we're not paying Deron, I better see Deron gone. in that trade because that's the only trade you're gonna get equitable compensation back from for him.
You actually mentioned, I know I've talked to you about this before, but you mentioned earlier that you would rather, if you were another GM, you would move Jonathan Allen to the defensive end spot, correct?
Yeah.
So do you agree then that we should go ahead and offload Montez Sweat, right? Keep Duran on the inside where he does best, move Jonathan Allen to the outside, and then Montez Sweat tries to bring down that draft capital. Because that's obviously a beast player, so maybe we only have to give away 1 first or something like that. Because Montez Sweat is worth 2, so 1 first, a second, and a third.
I'm not doing it. He's not as talented as Montez. I can't mess with it. When I have 2 ends, keep them for as long as you can. Like that athletic, that speed, and Montez not going nowhere. I'm not messing with my ends. If I'm messing with people, we got the most depth at on the interior. So if you're not going to pay Duran, trade him. 3 firsts and Duran gets the job done.
You know what? I brought up this topic, but I'm out. I'm out on Watson. I don't want Watson. I'm totally off the. I think Watson is totally off my board, to be honest with you. And the reason is it's going to cost too much, and there's too many unknowns. It's too many unknowns. You just don't know what you're getting. And also, like, do you trust Watson? Because Watson just a year before said, I love being here in Houston. This is where I want to be. I signed my contract. I'm so happy to be here. And then within 1 year, he already wants out. Like, would he do the same thing?
No, he wouldn't, because he'd be winning.
Bill O'Brien already made the trade from Disney. He already sent DeAndre Hopkins when what's-his-name said it. Like, Bill O'Brien was already known to be a trash head coach, and he said these things, and then a year later, he's going to act like, oh, wait, I hate it here, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't trust his word.
I mean, when you get in front of the camera, that's what you're supposed to say.
I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I signed this contract. I don't want to be here. After I just signed this vet contract. No, you're going to say that. You say what you saying for the cameras.
Yeah, but he was, like, tearing up and stuff because he was so happy. Like, it's not just, you didn't just say it for the cameras. You were completely acting.
Got his money. You'll be completely happy if you was with the Texans and you got your money. But you still deep down inside would know that you want to get out of here. Deep down, you would know that.
But he was talking about, like, how much he loves the ownership and they treat me like a son and blah, blah, blah.
I do. I sit up there all day, every day, and just do all that knowing deep down inside, I can't wait to get out of here. I got my money.
I agree, Roger.
Now I can roll on out. But I'm with you, but it all depends. Like I said, if we're not paying Duran, then you have to trade for Watson.
Hold the phone. There might be some breaking news right now that could be absolutely huge. Dak Prescott leaves practice with a muscle strain in his throwing shoulder. Is he already done in 1 practice for the year?
Nah, he's straight.
He leaves first padded practice with an arm injury. He has a muscle strain. How long are you out for a muscle strain? That's apparently what the MRI revealed. MRI muscle strain. Or muscle strain. How long does a muscle strain last? 3 to 6 weeks. So he'll be fine.
Yeah, he
may miss a game or 2.
He'll be there week 1.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But it's his throwing shoulder. That sucks.
Preseason, but that's been I'm not gonna even say that, but he'll be fine. He'll be there week 1. Season don't start in September anyway. It's 2 months to heal.
But what if it's a severe case? Right here, it says severe cases need to be surgically repaired.
No, it's not severe. If it was that severe, it would have been all over the news. You know what I mean? It would have been all over.
Well, it's a developing story. Anything could come out. But he did leave practice. Apparently, it was the first padded practice, but we'll see.
Yeah, but he had ball and probably a brick. So,
I mean, he should be throwing the football through this whole time. He already hurt his leg.
as intensive as you would in a real game. They probably like scrimmaged.
Maybe. But yeah, we'll definitely monitor this and see what happens. I might have to change my predictions. Dak is out. True. That definitely increases the chances. I don't like to root for injuries, but obviously, I mean, if it happens, it is what it is.
If it is 3 to 6 weeks, they're gonna take that 4-6 weeks because that big contract he signed. If you get hurt again, boy, and we gotta pay you all this money, that he gonna take the full time. They gonna make him take the full time.
Washington died. Clickbait. What was clickbait? I don't know what click. I think the title should not be clickbait, right? Yeah, it's Christian. It's the same. It's the same thing. All right, we're good. All right.
But
moving on. We got Mr. St. Juice was apparently playing on the outside in today's practice. We've both talked about this as potential, and Kendall Fuller was in the slot. That's kind of exciting news. How excited are you that that what we were hoping and predicting may be coming to fruition?
they're finally listening to the one person who actually knows what he's talking about. Me. You throw him outside, let him go up against the number 2 receivers in this league. You give him a little bit of work with the ones too. First off, you going against Terry. So, Will Jack probably going up against Terry, maybe, but he went up against Terry a couple of times too. So that's all you need for a number 1 receiver. Throw him out there. Let's see what he has. Let him go. Let him fall. He gonna lock down the 2s. See, I think he has a chance to be a defensive rookie of the year. He gonna lock down the 2s and let it work. And let Will Jack take the 1s. And then once Saint go, get his feet up on him. Let him throw him on some of the 1s sometimes.
I love it. I love it. I hope that this will be a lot of fun if we could get St. Juice actually get going. And Ron Rivera compared him to a certain player that he coached down in Carolina in his press conference, and that is Peanut Charles Tillman. How do we like that comparison? I actually went and looked up the combine results to see what their kind of measurables were, and I actually think it's pretty close. If he could beat Charles Tillman, Charles Tillman was one of the better corners in the league, and I think if he could be a Charles Tillman, I would love that.
That'll be fine, but his ceiling is way higher than Charles Tillman, and his player comparison is more comparable to Richard Sherman's than it is Charles Tillman. Clearly. It's clear. It's not even him and Richard Sherman play. He's just way more athletic than Sherman is. He's better in press.
Well, Tillman is more athletic than Sherman.
That's why I'm saying he's not a good player comparison.
But Juice is more athletic. Both of them are more athletic.
Yeah.
The athleticism is actually closer to Tillman than it is to Richard Sherman.
Yeah, Richard Sherman 2.0.
Because he's more athletic, Richard Sherman.
Exactly. That's what he is.
But I don't think the comparison is bad to say that it's Tillman.
If
he could be Tillman, it's great.
I think he's selling him. Maybe
selling him?
He's doing that to mess with the league, to be like, oh, he's just coming along small, maybe. But I don't think he's that strategic.
Saying that, comparing him to Charles Tillman is not saying you're taking him along slow.
I don't think he's that strategic. But that's not as big as you saying he's Richard Sherman. Nowhere near as big. If you say Richard Sherman, then you putting X, Y, and Z expectations on him.
I can agree that saying he's could be Richard Sherman. That is a bit like Richard Sherman was better in his prime than Tillman. That I agree. When they're both in their primes, I would take Richard Sherman over Tillman. I can agree with that. That's fine. And I hope St. Juice is better than both of them. But if what we get out of a third-round pick is Charles Tillman, that's still phenomenal. Through the roof. That's a grand slam instead of a home run. That's a grand slam third-round pick. That's huge. Do you not agree with that?
That's cool. I'll take it.
For sure. How's Samus Reyes doing for us in training camp? Apparently he went over 3 dudes to catch a touchdown today in practice. I love it. His main thing is going to be he needs to find a way to he needs to learn to block. That's going to be his big thing because that does not translate from basketball to football at all. It's a whole different ball game. I don't have any worries about him as a receiving tight end, but his thing is going to be blocking. But anyway, all right. The last thing from the press conference I heard is Cosme starting at right tackle, and Rivera gives him a strong chance to earn the starting role. Do you think he earns that starting role, or do you think when Lucas comes back from COVID-19, Lucas will step in to the starting right tackle role?
Throw him out there.
I'm still on Lucas's train.
Like, the only way players get better is if they out there. So throw him out there. Let him do what he do. Chase Young, I heard, destroyed them on the second play of the scrimmage. That's great. I'm happy he destroyed them because that's who you're going to be going up against, guys like that. Well, maybe not at right tackle, but you got Montez and Chase. That's a pretty good, you know what I mean? So
it's the best. Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, so now you know, like, you know what I mean? You can get some tips from them maybe, like, how do you guys think? Or, you know what I mean? Because I heard Chase Young was asking some of the guys on the offensive line, like, what are guys going to do to me? And this, that, and the third. That's what I heard. I forgot who reported it or something. But that's what I heard. That's what you do. You ask your teammates how, you know, simple. That's how you learn. So, I mean, throw him out there. Let's see what he got. I believe in him. If he needs a year, fine. But you got to throw him out there.
I think he needs a year. I would rather see Lucas in this season to try to win as many games as possible. Keep the momentum in the right direction. I want to continue to win. I think it's good for the culture, good for the mindset of everybody when you can continue to win games. And Fitzpatrick is going to need as good of an offensive line as he could possibly get. And same thing with Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson is phenomenal, but if you give him a good offensive line, that just makes him all the much better. So I want to put the best 5 offensive linemen out on the field as I possibly can. And I think Lucas is right now better than Cosme. And we'll see if Cosme can grow into a better tackle. And I hope he does. I'm rooting for him. And I don't mind. I don't hate the pick in the second round. I think the pick is absolutely makes a ton of sense for what we need. But I do think he needs a year in the gym, getting as strong as possible, especially with his balance. Not necessarily like his pure, like he had a phenomenal bench press. I think he had like 33 reps or 34 reps. So the kid is strong, clearly. But I think he needs some more balanced strength, I guess, is the best way I could put it. Hard Knocks going to be, yeah, oh, true, because Dallas right now is on Hard Knocks. Yeah, with no Dak, that's going to suck. You have to watch, I don't even know who the backup is right now because they don't have Dalton anymore. But we'll see. If Ron compared, let's see what Roger said. If Ron compared Juice to Peanut, that means he has an extreme awareness of that position. That's not fair to Juice to me. He's a rookie. Bad assessment. I'm just saying. He has extreme awareness of the position. As in, like, because Peanut was an extremely aware corner. I mean, Peanut was obviously known for his ability to punch the ball out of everybody. So being a very intelligent player, knowing where to be and where he needed to be to make a move. So I like, oh, it's Ben DiNucci is the backup right now. Oh God, that's great. That's great news because that's going to hurt the camaraderie. Go ahead.
I think it's Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, you don't know.
That name sounds familiar, but you're right. I have no clue. I know nothing about him, but for some reason that name does sound familiar.
Me neither.
We'll see. Peanut was a beast and extremely intelligent. Completely agree. 1,000% agree there, Roger. Definitely. But I also think the comparison of just his pure athleticism is a good comparison as well. And I don't think Benjamin St. Juice is nothing to scoff at when it comes to intelligence as well. I think he does a great job like at his college days to be a very smart corner. So I think the comparison is actually pretty good. I don't mind it at all. Did you hear TJ Ward saying about Washington players need to get vaccines because of Ron Rivera's health? Yes, we did talk about that earlier.
What?
For sure. What's up, Uriah? What's up?
Damon Davis has been lighting up training camp his first day. And he's at middle linebacker, and Jonathan Bostic is on. I think they got him at weak side or some crap like that.
I
I
heard.
don't want Bostic at the weak side. I would rather just get rid of Bostic if he's not going to be our middle linebacker. The only reason I would want John Bostic is for his experience out there to be basically to get everybody in the right position, because that's something he did last year. You could say about his talent all you want, but he did a good job of getting everybody in the right position, which is important for your middle linebacker. But I hope, I would love nothing more to see Jamin Davis be the middle linebacker and absolutely crush it. Absolutely crush it. And be our Ray Lewis, be our Brian Urlacher, be our Mike Singletary. I don't care. Compare him to whoever you want to. I would love it. I personally think he's going to need a year, but I hope I'm wrong.
That's what they said. Ron said he was the one that stood out the most right away. So we know what he is.
As an athletic freak, he should stand out in that. I mean, the only one that is somewhat comparable, but I don't even think I would, is Cole Holcomb when it comes to athleticism. Nobody else in that linebacker room is even close.
JD went for a while. He had JD on lockdown down the field.
Jamin Davis?
Cole.
Jamin Davis had JD on lockdown, you said?
No, Cole.
Oh, Cole. Yeah, nice. I like it.
But also, they started Landon Collins and Cameron Curl together to start practice. I don't know what you think you getting from Landon. They put Landon at strong. We know he can't play free. So let's get it out the way right there. And then I heard they was they kind of kept switching it, McCain, Curl, stuff like that. But Cam is starting. That's all I care about.
Oh, and Curl's gonna see the field a ton. He's whether it actually be in a true he's gonna be on the field a majority of snaps. 80-90% of the snaps. He's going to be on the field, which is going to be fine. And honestly, if he's not on the field sometimes in certain situations to get some rest, I'm okay with that, because I want him as fresh as possible in that fourth quarter if it comes down to it. And because he's going to be critical in those final 2-minute drives to helping stop the defense from getting, or the offense from getting down the field rather. It's day one. Let's talk standouts next Friday. True. What's up, Tiago Oliveira? I don't think I've ever seen you before, so thanks for stopping by. Hassan, I think Gilbert will do better this year than Ben.
Gilbert. Oh, no.
Oh, Gilbert was one of the... Oh, Garrett Gilbert, one of the backup quarterbacks. Okay, there you go.
Oh, Garrett Gilbert.
Yeah, Garrett Gilbert. All right, we're going to do a couple more of training camp position battles. Last week, we did the linebackers and the O-line. So this week, it's the receivers and safeties. Which one do you want to start with?
Receivers.
Wide receivers.
Oh, that's Tony. What's up, Tony? You still ain't want to play me at Madden again, but
haven't been here for a while for sure. I think Derek Force is the starting future strong safety.
Take that with that comment. You need to lead a stream.
He said, "Take that." What up? All right. So we're starting. I'm sorry. What did you say you want to start with? Receivers, you said, right? Good. All right. So we know the first three right off the bat. Easy money. Of course, we know it's Terry McLaurin. Of course, we know it's Curtis Samuel. And of course, we know it's De'Ami Brown. We drafted them in third round. They're all making the team. Obvious. Where it gets interesting is the fourth spot and where they're all ordered. So are we going to keep 6 receivers or 7 receivers is my first question.
6.
So we're only going to have 3 more spots to you.
Yep.
I say we're going to keep 7. So go ahead and give me who is your fourth? I just want to hear your fourth.
Oh.
Kelvin Harmon, I agree. So all right, so I think Kelvin Harmon is going to be our fourth guy as well.
Cam.
Number 5 is Cam. I agree with you there. Who is your last receiver that makes this team?
Sadly. Because
Adam Humphries?
I keep hearing that, Fitzpatrick loves us upside Adam. They just going to let him be there. Adam. Get it.
I do think they keep Adam, and I think they keep Dax Milne, and he's actually my pick to be our punt returner. I don't think he's going to be a great punt returner, but I think he's going to be like a Trey Quinn type punt returner where you're going to get a dude that is a smart guy back there. So he's going to know when to fair catch. He's going to know when to let it go into the end zone. He's going to do the right things. But the thing that he's going to lack is the ability to really make the huge plays. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to do the Devin Hester's things back there.
Heck,
So, what's that?
I said, oh, heck no, he ain't going to be. I mean, if he make the team to me, you can throw him at kick return. I don't care. I don't want to see him on the field.
I don't think he's going to be kick returner. I think he's only going to be punt returner.
Well, that's the only time I want to see him.
Do you think Derek Forrest has any chance to be a kick returner?
No.
He's got great athleticism, though.
That's fine. So does Troy.
That would be an interesting kick returner, too.
So would Jared Patterson. We got kick returner.
Jared Patterson at kick.
Yeah.
Oh, you think Patterson could be a kick returner / punt returner? Kind of be like a Darren Sproles?
That's what I said he should. But I don't. I mean, they might mix it up. I don't know. I know he'll be on special teams for sure. But
yeah, because he's not going to see the field much as a running back. That's a given for sure. All right, so we basically agreed on the wide receivers, and I think we do because I don't think AGG. I think even though we drafted him in the fourth round, I think it's gonna be tough for him.
They probably put him on practice squad, keep him around.
Cam Sims, Dax Milne. So, Yuki has us actually not having Harmon.
I'm not listening to nothing Yuki say.
Washington fans don't care about kick return. We suck at it every year anyway.
Our last good kick returner was Brandon Banks.
Fair enough. All right, we're going to be switching over to the safety position, and I'm curious what Roger has to say to start this in. Landon Collins won't be on the field if we go nickel, McCain Fuller in the slot, Reeves Curl at strong safety, and free safety the third, and Juice outside. If we run a 4-6 look or a 5-2, then he can play strong safety in the box. So he'll be so he thinks that Landon Collins will only be in there in certain situations. Starting safeties. Who do you have as our two starting safeties, strong and free? When we line up on week 1, who's going to be the starting safeties?
Cam. I'm going to go with Cam.
Mm-hmm. Who?
I'm going to go with Cam and McCain.
You think Landon is not going to get the start?
He's not good enough.
I think he's clearly the starter. I think it's Landon and Curl at free safety. I think McCain actually is going to be more of the slot guy. He's going to be more of a guy that they move around. He could do multiple things, which Ron Rivera talks about position flex all the time. But Landon, we're paying him way too much.
I mean, I get that. My point is with Landon, he's going to get a lot of playing time. I don't think he's just going to start though. He can easily expose Landon. Only time I want to see Landon in is if we blitzing. Because if we blitzing or we disguising some kind of coverage. That's the only time I want to see Landon in the game. Or if he's blitzing off the edge. That's what he was doing in practice. I seen Landon blitzing off the edge. That's what he's good at. He got back there too.
Now, to be very clear, I want to cut him.
Yeah, that's why I was just about to say that. We might just cut him.
We're not going to. I think we should. But I don't think we're going to. I think Landon will be starting.
I looked it up. I don't know how true it is, but it said if we cut him after June 1st, we save like $200,000 or something like that.
Yeah, like 160-something thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save a little bit of money, and the more important, we will save $16 million next year. So basically, all that money that we paid Jonathan Allen and Logan Thomas next year, we get it all back, and then we can keep going.
Bye.
I 1,000% agree. I want to cut him so bad. I hope we cut him, and but we're not going to. We're just not. We want to keep him because he is. I know everybody hates on him in his coverage. The dude does have some talent, so it is what it is.
The linebacker masquerading as a strong safety.
Linebacker masquerading as a strong safety.
That's all he is.
He's the most expensive strong safety in the league because Jamal hasn't gotten his contract yet, I guess.
Molly Mall.
Yeah.
That's only like
Jamal Adams?
Yeah.
Is what, 26?
No, I'm saying he's going to get like 20.
Yeah, I don't know. Landon got 15. Or
think
16.
Marley need at least 25.
30.
Way better than Landon.
32. He's twice as good as Landon, I think.
Oh
Twice
my
as good.
gosh. Plus, he quarterback, so he might add 12, 22, 23, 24 million. Probably like a short 4 years. But the Jets can't pay that. I mean, the Jets, Seattle can't pay him that. So.
Yeah, Seattle has no money for anything. They're terrible. Well, that's a show. You have any last things to say?
One last thing I want to say is Terry said in his presser today that he got something to prove. That's all I'm going to say.
Actually, you know what? We had something on the show last week that we never got to because we ended up, going on an hour debate on the Aaron Rodgers debacle.
Oh, yeah.
Something that you brought up is, will Cam Curl, Jamin Davis, and Chase Young be our Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and Terrell Suggs from back in the day? Who would you rather have? Cameron Curl, Jamin Davis, Chase Young, or Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, or Terrell Suggs?
I mean, I haven't seen these three guys play.
No. I understand that. But my point is do you think they're going to be better, or do you think they're not going to be better?
Young makes us way better than T. Sizzle. I don't know if Jamin Davis can be freaking
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, and I don't know. Ed Reed was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I showed you the stats with Ed Reed and Cam. So Cam's not far off. His trajectory could be that if he wanted to, but I don't know. Because they didn't have the D line we had, so I don't know. That's a great question because there's gonna be other players that eat on this team, but I think Cam has the highest possible chance to being Ed Reed and Chase is gonna be way better than Terrell Suggs. I'm not even tripping off that.
Mm-hmm.
But Cam has a high chance to be better than Ed Reed because
then Jamin Davis has to be.
That's something else.
Right. But actually, the interesting thing is like I did it that way to kind of keep it in by position. But Yuki right here says nobody could be Ray Lewis. I can agree that Jamin Davis is not going to be Ray Lewis because Ray Lewis was just a different beast. But
if he wins
Chase
and Ray,
but my thought process is actually Chase Young will be that vocal leader and the face of the franchise that Ray Lewis was for those many years. Even though he's the D end, Ray Lewis is the linebacker. And if Jamin Davis can be a better linebacker than Suggs was a defensive end,
I can see that.
Now we're cooking with fish oil or fish grease. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Cooking with fish grease.
Yeah. I think Jamin can. Like I said, it's all going to depend on. I think we'll win more rings than them. Personally,
I hope so.
I think
we got something.
I think we have to win at least 3 rings. No less than 3. We gotta get 3. With this team, you gotta get 3.
That would be a blast.
Gotta get 3.
Roger Smith, yeah, this is a good point. I thought he was going to start on the pup list talking about Landon Collins. Correct, and that's another reason why I think he's going to start is because it's clear that he's healthy if they have him already in practice. Like Achilles injuries, I talk about it all the time, is a very, very serious injury. So people would take that very seriously if there seemed to be any concern, and it seems like they don't have any concern at all. So I like it. I like it a lot, and I hope Landon plays a lot better than he did last year. I hope he cut his weight like he was supposed to, gets faster than he was, and we'll see what he could do on this defense.
Landon Fletcher has a better stats than what's his face? Ray Lewis. So
I don't think it's better.
It's slightly better. So can Jamin be better than Landon Fletcher? How old is Jamin?
20. He's a little bit older, I think. I think he's like 22, maybe. Yeah, 22.
Oh, so he got time.
Mm-hmm.
Linebackers usually don't really fall out to 34, 5.
Yeah, you could play linebacker at a pretty old age, I think. You could be a solid line. Bobby Wagner, I think, is 32 right now.
So, yeah, 30. He might fall off at like 34. I think 35, he might be done.
Yep. Right here, this is the real stuff right here. Tim's returning snaps could be, say, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns in a game, Hassan. In one game. That's it. That's all I need, and I can get this. Come on, bro. God, you're selling me short. You think that's going to be stats in a season? Ugh. Unbelievable. If Texans start Watson and they don't get the first pick, which team you guys have ending up with the first pick?
Lions.
I agree. I think Lions are
But the
pretty horrifically bad.
Oh, Deshaun's leaving. He's gone. I don't know who's going to trade for him, to be real with you. I don't. I mean, that's one of the things we were supposed to talk about. Who is he going to go to?
I think the Saints are going to get the first pick.
No. But I think the best team that can offer them something to Texas something is probably the Dolphins.
I think it's the Eagles.
They can give you draft capital, but they want draft capital plus players. Eagles ain't got no players. But
I mean,
Dolphins,
it depends on what they want. I mean, like what if they trade if they trade the capital that we're talking about, a bunch of capital, and then you get maybe Darius Slay in the deal, or you get
starters.
what?
They want 2 starters, high caliber starters. By the way, that's what they said, high caliber.
Well, that's fine, but I mean, I think Darius Slay could be an interesting one that they could potentially part with, and then
Fletcher Cox.
what about Zach Ertz?
They're not gonna want that. He old.
Yeah, but if you get 3 firsts all next year, because my Eagles will literally have 3 first-round picks, so you're gonna get 3 first-round picks in one season, plus whatever other capital you're gonna get, and you're gonna get Darius Slay and Zach Ertz. I think that's actually a pretty interesting deal.
I'm going over there with nothing, and you trade all your draft capital, so you can't build around me for 3-4 years. So no.
Well, you already just drafted. It depends on how they feel, how Watson feels about. Oh my God, the kid from Alabama,
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. They drafted the speedster Jalen Reagor. They have what's his name, Dallas Goedert at tight end, who's a solid tight end. You have Miles Sanders at running back. I mean, they got already a decent, talented team over there.
The O-line's aging.
The O-line is aging.
So it's like your whole O-line aging. So
but the problem, or the thing is that you're only going to be, so technically you're trading 3 firsts, but you're only losing 3 firsts, or only losing 1 year of firsts. I mean, so yeah, next year you're not going to have a first, but the year after that you're going to have your first right after.
So you telling Deshaun basically give us 3 years and we'll be where you want us to be.
No, I think the O-line can last 2 or 3 more years until they start redoing it.
They got to rebuild their defense. Fletcher Cox not getting no younger. Neither is Brandon Graham.
Well, they have Derek Barnett. They have what's his name? I can't remember now off the top of my head.
Hargrave.
Yeah, Jason Hargrave. Yep. They would be losing Darius Slay, and they still have Fletcher Cox this year. Huh? They got Anthony Harris now. Oh, didn't they just get another corner as well? I think they got the Steelers corner.
Steven, I mean, is that really appealing to him?
It's better than Houston.
Maybe.
And Devontae Smith, everybody loves Devontae Smith except for me.
I think the Dolphins make the most sense because I can get Xavier Howard, and I can get Tua, and draft capital. That's way better than anything the Eagles can ask. Give me.
Yeah, but I don't think the Dolphins are interested in Watson.
You don't know that. They could be now.
I don't know it, but I don't think they are. I think they love Tua. I think you could probably get even more out of Xavier Howard.
I think if the Texans call to be like, we want 3 firsts, Xavier Howard and Tua, they're going to say bye. They're going to say bye. Because you're going to trade Xavier Howard anyway. And then you got to trade Tua. So, bye. You get a starting franchise quarterback. You get a starting cornerback. You get 3 firsts plus this year's first. So you got 4 first rounders in 1 round, including the number 1 overall pick, because that's where you're going to be at. So I get Thibodeau, and I got Xavier Howard, Thibodeau, Tua, and 3 other first round picks. I would do that. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm doing it too.
I don't think so. I think I'm staying with Tua. He's a nice young guy. He's much cheaper. And I think they still have a lot of faith in him. They drafted him number 5th overall for a reason. I think Flores wants to just stay where he's at, keep his capital, and they're doing great things. Let's not make any rash decisions for the Dolphins. The Dolphins are doing fantastic right now. They added a bunch of capital next year. They drafted who did they draft this year in the first round? I don't remember. The second round pick though, I love Liam Eichenberg. Who did they draft?
Waddle.
Oh yeah, Waddle, and then they got like Gregory Rousseau. You said. So they got a D-end. They got a great tackle. I think he'd probably be better at right tackle, but an awesome tackle, which right tackle is the more important position down there for them because Tua's left-handed. So I think Eichenberg can be a fantastic tackle. You know how much I loved him. Then they got Jalen Waddle, a speedster. You got Mike Gesicki. You got Will Fuller, who I think is an absolute dog as long as he can stay healthy and get off the PEDs. The defense is looking good. If you somehow figure it out with Xavier Howard, I like the Dolphins. I think they should stay pat, keep your capital, keep building, and they're good.
But who should get them?
The
Somebody.
Eagles. I think the Eagles should get him.
He's going to say no to the Eagles.
I don't think so.
If
I
he's,
really don't.
you're going into the same situation, and
No.
you're going to get beat up more.
No. Houston's way worse.
He's going to get beat
The
up
Eagles.
so bad if he goes to the Eagles. He has to play us twice, and he has to play the Giants twice. He's going to get murdered. There's no way he goes to the Eagles. That makes no sense. That makes no sense for him to go to the Eagles
Then Denver?
at all. That makes the most sense. They actually have a great defense, and they got a ton of weapons.
But what would they have to trade in the deal to get out of
3 firsts. I want.
Well, I say the Eagles or the Broncos. That's my AFC and my NFC teams.
I'm gonna have to say the Dolphins.
I don't think the Dolphins do it at all.
I don't see where else he can go. He can go anywhere, but who gonna be? I heard 4 teams was interested in him. I can't remember those teams, but 4 teams was interested in him. Maybe Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers not going to no Houston, Texas. Aaron Rodgers not going to Houston, Texas. Hey, you know what I try to do? I may be like, you know what? Let me go get Russell Wilson.
Broncos, Eagles, Dolphins among landing spots for QB. I don't think the Dolphins are really in this conversation.
You know what? I think the Falcons should look into it. The Falcons should look into it.
The Falcons are somewhat interesting, yeah.
Then you got Kyle Pitt, Alvin Ridley, that other slack receiver. I don't know his name.
I know who you're talking
Maybe the Raiders.
Can't remember right now. No, I'm not going to the Raiders if I'm Watson. Why would I go to the Raiders?
I mean, they got some talent down there. They just need some receivers.
Give me the Broncos way before I go to the Raiders.
I'm not mad at that.
Because they have a much better situation, especially on defense.
Or you know what? If I'm the Vikings, I look into it. Because if I want to get off Kirk Cousins, this is a great opportunity to try.
Yeah, because you just drafted Kellen Mond.
I mean, but I might got to trade Kellen Mond too. Or Kellen Mond might got to sit. I don't know. I mean,
Kellen Mond would not actually be a bad backup for Deshaun Watson because they could be somewhat similar players.
so I give up 3 firsts. I already got JJ. Already got Adam Thielen.
Dalvin
Cook.
Irv Smith, the tight end.
So I got something down there, but I doubt they pull the trigger. But they going to move on from Kirk Cousins one way or the other anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I would have said the 49ers, but they ain't got the capital.
The
But
49ers aren't making that move. They just made the move for Trey Lance.
if you the 49ers and they called you, they said let's do Trey and Deshaun straight up.
Straight up?
Straight up.
Okay, sure.
Exactly.
But you said straight up. That's obviously not what it's going to be.
My point is this. They might just take less from 49ers because if you're going to give me Trey.
But also, they don't have any capital. They already traded away their first round next year. The Niners have no capital to make this move.
They might be like, all right, we'll take Trey
and who's they second best? Give me Trey and Bosa. Give me Trey and give me Bosa.
All right, we're spiraling. We're spiraling out of control now because that's ridiculous. No, that's fun. No, it was a great show. Episode number 27 in the books. Reminder: we will not be doing a show next week. I will be on vacation, so it'll be 2 weeks from now. We'll be doing the show. Well, Chris will be doing a live stream for the Hall of Fame game on Jairus' Sports Takes. So if you haven't subscribed to Jairus' Sports Takes, Jeris Sports Takes, go over there, subscribe to his channel. Him and I believe Protech will be on there.
I don't know if Protech gonna get in there, but he might. If he come, he come. I talked to him. He might.
I may end up in there. Maybe I'll do it on my phone or something like that. If you send me the StreamYard link, send it over to me. Maybe I'll hop in for a little bit. But I won't be doing the play-by-play like I normally do. But I might hop in and, hang out and have some fun talking crap about the Cowboys losing Dak Prescott. So that'll be fun. But it was a lot of fun. Blood Sports, how you doing, Blood Sports? What's up, bro? And but yeah, it was a great show. You got any last words to say?
I'm planning on. Let me say that I'm planning on live streaming too for Skin's first preseason game with you. I don't like maybe I can like Discord with you and StreamYard on my computer. But like that way I'm on 2 different screens. Like I'm on my screen, but I'm on also your screen with the Discord because I got my phone I can do StreamYard on.
Yeah, during the play-by-plays, I'm not using StreamYard. I'm going to be using Discord for the play-by-plays. But I don't know. We'll discuss this more off stream and stuff too. Do we like the StreamYard for the podcast? Do we want to go back to the Discord setup? Because the one thing I'm going to tell you right now I don't like about this, we'll talk about it off stream. Doesn't matter. Anyway, great show. And yes, thank you, expert. Draft tomorrow. We'll be on here. As I said, we'll probably maybe doing a little bit of who knows? Maybe we'll do Call of Duty and do the draft and hang out, just chat it up, see what's going on. And then I will be on vacation. And then keep up, watch the predictions. I'm doing all the record predictions for the team. I'm going to have a bunch of those pre-recorded so I can put one of those out every day while I'm gone, or at least every weekday while I'm gone. And it should be a lot of fun. So it's all good, Autismo. It's okay to be late. Just watch the watch the pod. Watch the replay of it. It's cool. Yes, sir. August 12th live stream. Is August 12th a Wednesday?
No, it's Thursday.
Okay, cool. So we'll be streaming back to back. We'll get the Chris and Tim podcast on August 11th, and then August 12th we'll be live streaming the Washington football team game. So it's fun.
Ooh, I thought it would be cool. Ron Rivera said he thought Red Wolves would be a cool name.
Yes!
He thought Red Tails was not a bad choice. But he said Red Wolves and Red Tails have been fan favorites.
Yep.
Something
cool. All right, well, until next time. See ya!